one.
Yeah, I don't know, she may go, they were talking a little bit, Leanne.
Good evening, and welcome to the Kingsport Board of Mayor and Alderman business session for October 21st. I'm calling this meeting to order, and first order of business is we have a pledge of allegiance by New Vision Youth, followed by the invocation with Reverend Pastor James Scales from Central Baptist Church. Let's all stand.
Let us pray. Eternal God, our Father, we do thank you for this day. We thank you for your goodness, your grace, and your mercy. We thank you that it is in you we live and move and have our being. We ask now, O God, that you would bless these leaders, bless this city and our community, that everything we do, O God, be for the good of your people and ultimately for the glory of your name. We invoke your presence on tonight. Help us, Holy Spirit, that we may follow thy will, thy word, and thy way. For Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. You may be seated. Thank you to New Vision Youth and Pastor Scales, who is my pastor. Thank you very much. Mr. Recorder, please call the roll.
Mayor Montgomery,
Here.
Vice Mayor Duncan,
Here.
Alderman Baker,
Here.
Alderman Cooper,
Here.
Alderman George,
Here,
Alderman Mays,
Here.
Mayor Phillips.
Here. Wait, what?
Mayor Phillips.
You want to correct that
Mayor
one?
Phillips?
That's about 8 years ago.
Sorry, Mayor Montgomery, somebody's changed my name on my list.
Okay. Thank you. That's Alderman Phillips, and thank you. We have seven members present tonight. Thank you very much.
See how quickly I corrected that? I didn't want that responsibility.
I understand that. I understand that. At this point, we'll have Mr. City Manager. It's
All right,
yours.
no recognitions or presentations tonight, so may we move into citizen comment?
This is a part of our meeting where we allow citizens of you in the audience tonight, if you want to come up and address us, you have 5 minutes to speak. We ask that you sign the roster there with your name and your address. We also ask that you keep your comments non-personal in nature, and that, again, do not expect us to get into a dialogue. We're happy to talk to you before the meeting, and anytime after the meeting, we're available. So, is anyone coming forth? Please come.
Tim Sanders. You want me to tell my address?
Pardon?
Tim Sanders, 1213
Okay.
Bloomingdale Pike, of course, here in Kingsport. So, I left you all some flyers here, and one of the reasons I went ahead and hand these out, we only get 5 minutes, but there's some things to look at over, we're back onto the AEP stuff, by the way. So one of the things that makes it somewhat simple to look at, if you look at the front page, the pie chart, in the black, it tells the kilowatt hours. It doesn't matter that they're a little bit different, but you can assume, and you can look, and just a quick calculation says one is approximately half of the other as far as kilowatt hours used. But when you look up in the left corner facing you, the bills are not half. All right, so that brings up some interesting questions. And if you will look on the back, just flip them over. The part, the AEP will say that your electric distribution is the first line that says distributive service, okay? And you see that amount, the TRPMS rider, we've discussed from the paper, that I'm just going to remind you, targeted reliability plan and major storm expense. That is what that one is. And then I'm not sure, but I think we are quite a ways away from COVID, and we're still paying the COVID recovery, rather. But the one that I want to talk about is the fuel purchase power. You see that one that's down toward the bottom. And if you look at the pie chart, the little dark blue is your electric. The purple, which makes up the lion's share of the bill, has nothing to do with the electricity. Back in 2000, I don't know, 14 maybe, 8, I had seen an article where they talked about AEP had requested from the utility board that we pay for their fuel. It was a time when, probably 2008, if I had my guesses, when the economy went to crap. And I said, no, this is not going to work well. And I installed a wood-burning stove in my house. So just a little bit backstage. AEP come and changed the meter at my house twice that winter, because I guess they thought, hey, he's still on electricity or something. He's not paying as much. And I've been watching these numbers. Now, the one that's the half, if you flip over on the back of it, you're going to see right under a smaller distribution service, and it's down where it says tariff 110, down about half the paper, outdoor light. When I started, I had them install an outdoor light up there. I still have my store open. It's down in this section right in here, if anybody. And it was like $12 to have an outdoor light. And you can see that even on an outdoor street light, they're adding all these fees. And we're back to the fuel purchase, and what was $12 has doubled. The thing that I have, the issue I have with a exclusive utility monopoly that is allowed, that we can have to buy their fuel, is how do we know what percentage that is? My question would be quickly that, is the city also paying this fuel charge on all these streetlights? They should be paying a flat fee. May not, but they may be. And so my last offer to each one of you, if anybody wants to buy my gas and my 5 vehicles and my lawnmower and my weed eater for a year, I'll let you do it, and then we won't have such a problem with buying their fuel, which should be part of the bottom line, not us paying. Thank you. And I need these back here in a little bit.
Thank you. Does anyone else need to speak with us at this point? Seeing no one moving, Mr. City Manager.
All right, we have no appointments. We'll move to the approval of minutes. First is the work session from August 6, 2025, and the business meeting from October 7th, 2025. Yes, that you approve these minutes as submitted, please.
You have before you, and you've read the October 6th and October 7th meeting minutes. Can I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Cooper. All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Minutes are approved, 7-0. Ms. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of a budget adjustment ordinance for various funds in fiscal '26. Now, you see the budget summary. This addresses approximately about 5 or 6 items. The first one is the moving of money, which will allow for the purchase of a new garbage truck, as well as creating a contingency within the operating budget. Then there is dollars coming in from Emergency Solutions Grant through CDBG, and then also matching grant for bulletproof vests. Separation of dollars that are earmarked for landscaping, just to better track that throughout the course of the year. You then have 2 other grants and then a grant coming into the utility department. So we'd ask that you approve this budget ordinance on first reading, please.
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
An ordinance to amend the various fund budgets for the year ending June 30, 2026, and to fix the effective date of this ordinance.
You've heard the reading of the ordinance. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Phillips. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor of the ordinance, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Ordinance passes 7-0. Mr. City Manager.
All right, now moving into business matters requiring final adoption. First item is consideration of an ordinance to establish a local jurisdiction property tax relief program and to set the amount of property tax relief for tax roll year 2025. We've had quite a bit of discussion on this item over the last couple of months. Upon your all's approval, it will go into effect. We'd ask that you approve this ordinance on second and final reading, please.
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
An ordinance to establish a local jurisdiction property tax relief program to benefit the elderly, low-income taxpayers, totally and permanently disabled taxpayers, disabled veteran taxpayers, and widowers of disabled veteran taxpayers, and to set a fixed amount for tax roll year 2025.
Okay, you've heard the reading of the ordinance. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Oh, that's good. Motion for approval by Alderman Mays and second by Alderman Baker. Any discussion?
I'll just say I think this is good what we're doing. Chris, could you talk again about how many households do we think will be eligible for this or may take advantage of it?
Yeah, I think right now we are currently looking at 1,108 homeowners who are expected to qualify for the program.
For them to qualify, they need to come to City Hall?
They can, or they can fill out an application through the state
Okay,
online.
electronically?
Yeah.
Will we be able to publicize that where they can go so citizens know how to go about doing this?
I think we have. I think after our last meeting, we put that out online.
Okay, good.
And it's noted that after we approve this tonight, that any of those have already paid, they'll get a sort of a rebate.
Correct. If they qualify for this and they've already paid, they will get that $40.
So Chris, just to verify, they apply, does the state approve them and then it comes back to us, or do we make the approval?
Travis, you want to answer that?
It's the same qualifying factors that the state has. If the state's already approved them, then they automatically approved.
What if the state has not approved them yet? They've not gone through that process?
We will not issue any payment until they've gone through that process first.
Okay, so they have to go to the state first?
Correct.
Okay. I think this is good. Anything we can help these vulnerable populations with, I think is good on their end.
Okay. Any other discussion, question, comment? Okay. Mr. Recorder, would you please take the roll call vote?
Alderman Baker.
Aye.
Alderman Cooper.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Duncan.
Aye.
Alderman George.
Aye.
Alderman Mays.
Aye.
Alderman Phillips.
Aye.
Mayor Montgomery.
Aye. The ordinance passes 7-0. We need to get some new set of glasses down there.
Snuck in
Okay, Mr. City Manager.
Next item, consideration of budget adjustment ordinance for various funds in fiscal '26. This is again, a budget ordinance on second and final reading. For items associated with the current fiscal year, we'd ask that you approve this item on second and final reading, please.
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
An ordinance to amend the various fund budgets for the year ending June 30, 2026, and to fix the effective date of this ordinance.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the ordinance. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George, or second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Phillips. Any discussion?
Mayor, because this has the $45,000 for the tax relief, I think it's important for citizens to know this is a one-time allowance that we're doing this year.
That's correct.
This is not, we're approving it this year, and it's a perpetual
That's correct.
program.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other discussion? Mr. Recorder, please take the roll call vote.
Alderman Baker.
Aye.
Alderman Cooper.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Duncan.
Aye.
Alderman George.
Aye.
Alderman Mays.
Aye.
Alderman Phillips.
Aye.
Mayor Montgomery.
Aye. The Ordinance passes 7-0. Madam Recorder, you might want to get closer to the mic so we can hear you all the way down this end.
All right, other business. First item you have is consideration of resolution to purchase one 2025 CAT 265 compact track loader utilizing the state contract number 72872. This is a fleet replacement vehicle that'll be used by our water services. The track loader is actually replacing a backhoe. I appreciate the work that the staff did in conjunction with fleet to look at a vehicle that would still meet our needs, but yet be significantly less. We've talked a lot about rising vehicle costs. We've obviously been impacted by that significantly. Just this vehicle saw a 30% increase to replace the backhoe, so the staff made a decision to look at a smaller vehicle, smaller piece of equipment, I should say. You see the picture of it there with the track hoe. So this will be a good piece of equipment for us. Again, a fleet replacement, so it's depreciated out. We ask that you approve the purchase of this track loader.
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the purchase of one 2025 CAT 265 compact track loader from Stowers Machinery utilizing Tennessee State Contract Number 72872 and authorizing the city manager to execute a purchase order for the same.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Phillips. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The resolution passes 7-0. Mr. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of a resolution to purchase one 2024 auto car with Labrie Body ASL utilizing Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Agreement. This is a new purchase. Earlier on the agenda in the budget ordinance for fiscal '26, you moved the funding necessary for that. For this purchase, we're anticipating about a 2 to 3 month delivery. If you've been tracking these over the last couple of years, you'll notice that that is considerably quicker than what we've historically seen. This will be used in kind of the Fall Creek, Fieldcrest Airport area as we see residential development, commercial development grow out there. This will be put to good use. Again, this is a new purchase coming from Fleet out of the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Agreement. We ask that you approve the purchase of this item.
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a purchase order to Environmental Products Group Incorporated, utilizing Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Agreement number 110223-LEG for one 2024 auto car with Labrie body for use by Public Works.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Baker. Any discussion?
Chris, I'll ask, we use Sourcewell. I think it's great that we're doing that. Do we ever spot check just to make sure that we're getting the best price?
Yeah, the departments do a really good job of looking at that, having conversations with other cities. Purchasing department follows it very closely as well. And especially in these situations, Steve Leonard, Fleet Department, keep a real close eye to make sure what we're getting is not only what we need, but there's not an opportunity out there to get it cheaper. So we'll look at Sourcewell, compare that with state contracts, and we'll find the right piece of equipment that we need, and then what's the best price out there.
Yeah, good, thanks.
Yeah.
Chris, I meant to ask in our previous meeting, I didn't. So is this a new route, or is this
Yes.
it's a new route with a new FTE?
New FTE for this? Or? Next budget year. Yeah. Get the equipment, get that established, and then we'll put that in the fiscal '27 budget, which will take up in June.
Will you utilize it this fiscal year, though?
Ryan, I'll let you talk about that. As that development comes on at Fieldcrest, we may need to.
Yes, Typically, as Chris mentioned, these will take 18 months to get in. And we had the opportunity through this contracting and the fact that it was on the floor and pretty close to being ready. There's a chance it'll get utilized, but we won't have the FTE for the new route. We'll be shifting quite a few of our routes. Wednesdays and Thursdays have become very heavy, so we'll be shifting the Fall Creek area, part of that area, onto this new route. But we won't have the FTE until the board, of course, is able to approve it in the next budget. But the truck would run this fiscal year at some point, yes, sir.
Any other comments?
I noticed it's a 2024, that's, usually I don't think I notice the year of the car.
That might be one reason we're able to
Get it this
little
quickly, and
quicker.
that's what I was asking. That's the reason.
It is still considered a new one, though.
Still considered a new truck. And this one might have been one of those when we go to, it's one of the most exciting things you can ever do is go to a public works show, and they will have these type trucks out on the floor. And the reason this one might be coming earlier, I mean, they have to outfit it, take all their wrap off, put our stuff on. But it probably, since it was a 2024, has been, demonstrated on the floor so people like myself can go and ask the questions about the different. This is a Labrie truck, and that is in keeping with the type of automated garbage collection trucks we have.
You may or may not know this. If you don't, I totally understand. How many stops can one truck do?
So
Is that how you gauge it?
Yes, you could get up to 750 to, I mean, if you really pushed it, a little higher than that stops in a day.
750?
750, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, when we transitioned from the manual, we were probably in that 400, 500 range, going up to 750 to potentially 850. It depends on how much the truck is driving versus how much it is operating. Denser neighborhoods is able to become much more efficient, effective.
These are automated?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, all automated.
Other comments, questions?
Thanks, Ryan.
Yes.
Okay. All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 7-0. Mr. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution to purchase one 2025 Freightliner utilizing Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Agreement. This is a fleet replacement vehicle. This will be used within our water division, our utility division. Again, purchasing out of the Cooperative Purchasing Agreement. Again, to be more specific, used in the Water Services Department. See the recommendation memo, picture of the vehicle that we'll be purchasing. Again, this replaces one in use. Mayor, would ask that you approve the resolution authorizing this purchase.
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a purchase order to Jetvac Equipment Company utilizing Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Agreement number 101221-SCA for one 2025 Freightliner for use by Public Works.
You've heard reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Phillips. Any discussion? All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 7-0. Mr. City Manager.
I'm gonna ask Ryan to make his way up here for an explanation on this. Next item is consideration of resolution authorizing the mayor to sign all necessary documents to receive a state water infrastructure grant application for lead service line inventory. You all have, over the last couple of years, been privy to many conversations and other actions we've asked the community to take on this. This is a grant, an amount $250,000 with a 15% local match. Kind of help us further this process. Ryan?
Sure, appreciate the opportunity because this is a great message that we need to get out to the citizens because it does create some angst within our community. But this is in response to an EPA mandate upon all the utilities to proactively tell our customers that we don't know what material their service lines are made of. We've never kept that information. Now, We have gone through in the last few years and have determined about a third of our materials by the individual homeowners letting us know. But the reason we're doing this is what occurred in Flint, Michigan with the lead service lines and all of that. It's a very serious problem in certain communities. With that said, we have never seen a lead service line in Kingsport. If you ask any of our water service individuals, that's not to say that if you'd gone 70, 80 years back, they might have seen them. I'm not quite sure, but we haven't. But we still have to make an affirmative view of all the service lines, or we send letters to them, and which will be going out in the next month or two, letting them know that we do not know the material of their service line and the dangers that lead service lines do pose. So what this grant is allowing us to do is go through and collect that data. We're trying to close the gap from knowing 30% to trying to know 100%. One thing it'll do is it'll assure our citizens that their service lines, the service line is from the meter to the house. That's one reason we wouldn't know. The service line also is from the meter to our pipe. We've always used different materials, but never lead in that. But this inventory, this grant allows us to use a third party to go and try and close that gap. Our desire is to get that to 100% of knowledge. That way we're not sending these letters out that we're required to send out. Again, it's a good program EPA has to keep everybody very informed of the dangers of lead service lines, but we have not seen that in our community. But we still have to send them out until we close that gap.
Thank you. If you will stay there until we carry through, okay? Madam Attorney, please publish.
A resolution approving an agreement with the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation for a state water infrastructure grant for lead service line inventory, and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement and all other documents necessary and proper to effectuate the purpose of the agreement.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion approved by Alderman Baker, second by Alderman George. Okay, any discussion? Further
Brian,
discussion?
the letter that is being sent, I know the letter that was initially sent was from, I assume, the federal government, and it was written in such a way that we received a lot of citizens' calls because the letter was not really clear, and I think it alarmed a lot of our citizens. Is this letter also written from?
So the first one was the guidance that TDEC, so EPA manages the state of Tennessee through the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation. So we use the form letter they sent. This year we are definitely taking what is required in it and adding more explanation and easier to read. And so we're already going through the process of reviewing and editing what that letter will look like, with the intent of, trying, when it hits the mailbox, really to be instructive, to allow them to be able to call in, like mine. I was able to determine what the type of pipe mine was, so I was able to call in, let them know, and now I won't receive a letter. So we're trying to instruct and not create any kind of angst or fear, but also have to have a certain amount of information that's required from EPA through TDEC to us.
So the 30% of the people that already did respond will not be getting this letter?
That's right.
Okay.
Close the gap, and a lot of those were houses built after 88. There was no consideration that they would, because at that point it was banned as a product.
Those before 1988 have a chance of having lead in the lines?
Yeah, there's a chance. Again, if you ask plumbers around town or any of our guys, we've never seen it. That's not to say that, we've not seen everyone's house, but it's not something that's prevalent in our community like it was in Flint, Michigan. Just must have been the material to go to at the certain time Flint was built out.
How long do you think it'll take to get 100% of the service lines evaluated?
Very long time, years.
We talking 5, 7 years,
Yes.
10 years?
5, 7 years.
5, 7 years.
Moving forward, everything that is new build will never be on this list?
Never be on this list, no, that's right. And the reason I mentioned that, Alderman Baker, is we're in Greene County, Washington County, Sullivan County, Kingsport, Hawkins as well. So it's a larger water system than just the city.
These are all of our lines, right? Everywhere that you,
Everywhere we have a water line, but it's not only that, it's what's on the other side of the meter.
right.
Which in our mind, before this, was never really our, purview to.
But every place we supply water to
Yes,
is included
every
in
place.
this.
I think, Ryan, it'd be really helpful if there was a lot less technical jargon used. You work in it and you know all these terms and you come and tell us all these terms, and so we understand it, but, the housing stock, pre-1980 has got to be a huge number.
It is.
It's got to be a huge number. And so I commend you and the effort that we're trying to do. I think this is a good process, that we're trying to find where the lead pipes are in the water system. It is going to take a long time, but the important part is clarity. And I think it would be wise for us to have a hotline, website,
We do have
access.
a hotline and website set up that directs them to it. Even, I think, a map that would show, if you have questions about your house, would show, do we know our side, do we know your side, yes or no? So, yes, that was set up last year, the website, and a lot of explanations as to how to check your pipe. Plastic's pretty easy to see, copper. But then when you get into galvanized or any of that, it's how do you test that pipe?
Well, a lot of people aren't physically able to check their pipes,
That's right. That's why we're doing this.
if they're in a crawl space or something like that, so.
But you can check it where your cutoff valve is coming into your hot water heater. That's reasonable enough to meet the requirements we have.
Okay.
Don't you have any, I know that you have tests, you can test water for COVID, or is there no way to test the water in Kingsport or
Oh,
see
we
if
do
it's?
test,
But see if there's any,
we test,
do you test for lead to see if there's any
yeah.
lead? So if there's not, can you just assume that?
no. You would think,
Yeah,
but no.
okay.
No, we do all kinds of testing, and the points that are picked would be the points that's most critical, whether it's the furthest out for a certain item or what. There's all kinds of testing occurring at all times to make sure that we're delivering clean drinking water throughout our system at all times. And it's very logical what you think, but no, we have to have actual confirmation, someone confirming and affirming that their pipe is not lead.
Any other question? Okay, all in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 7-0. Ms. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution to approve a cooperative contract, NCPA-01-169, from BCTI for the renewal of Cisco WebEx licenses and services. This is an existing agreement we're asking for renewal of through BCTI. You see the total amount there of a little over $65,000. This is our primary communication system, cloud device registration, WebEx calling, all of our inbound, outbound, as well as our SmartNet support. So pretty important for us, and so we'd ask that you move forward with the agreement with BCTI for this renewal. Mayor?
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
Resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a purchase order to BCTI for the renewal of the Cisco WebEx licenses and services under the terms of National Cooperative Purchasing Alliance Contract Number 01-169.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Phillips. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 7-0. Ms. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution to accept the donation of site shelter and generator from T-Mobile South LLC to the Utilities Department. This is an existing shelter that is being donated by T-Mobile. And that is the equipment and everything in it. It's been in place there since '99, and we'd ask that you all move forward with acceptance of this donation for these two items.
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
A resolution accepting a donation of a site shelter and generator from T-Mobile South LLC for use by the Utilities Department.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the motion. You've heard reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Mays. Any discussion? All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 7-0. Ms. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution to approve an amendment to a lease between the City of Kingsport, Tennessee and American Golf Club LLC, and to allow the mayor to sign all documents necessary and proper as they pertain to the lease. This is an extension of a lease that was put in place over a year ago for 2000 Stonebrook Place. You recall, historically, this has been a driving range and a putt-putt facility. The owner desires to continue this with the amount stated within the executive summary and the resolution, and we'd ask that you move forward with the renewal of this lease. Mayor?
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
A resolution approving an amendment to the lease between the City of Kingsport and American Golf Club LLC to extend the term of the lease and authorizing the mayor to execute the same.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Phillips. Any discussion? All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 7-0. Ms. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution to renew the agreement with AccuForce for temporary employment services for Kingsport City Schools. This is an item that comes to us from the Board of Education. It is a renewal of an existing service. You see the amount listed there, $500,000 per year, no increases or change in the service level. We'd ask that you approve this agreement with AccuForce.
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
A resolution renewing the AccuForce HR Solutions LLC agreement for temporary employment services for Kingsport City Schools and authorizing the mayor to sign an agreement for the same and all other documents necessary and proper to effectuate the purpose of the agreement.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman Phillips. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Baker. Any discussion? All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 7-0. The city manager.
Next item is consideration of a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a purchase order to Playworld for playground equipment to be installed at Jackson Elementary School, utilizing the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Agreement. This is playground equipment valued at just about $61,000. These are funds that are coming from the school district for this use. We'd ask that you approve the purchase order, please. Mayor?
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a purchase order to Playworld Preferred for playground equipment to be installed at Jackson Elementary School utilizing Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Agreement number 010521-LTS-8.
Thank you. You've heard a reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Cooper. Any discussion?
Is that the color that we're getting?
That's the color we're getting. They'll see it.
And it's my understanding that if and when Jackson's ever changed its status as elementary school, that the equipment can be moved to another playground. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Any other discussion, comment? Okay, all in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 7-0. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution approving a memorandum of understanding with the U.S. Secret Service for the Kingsport Police Department to designate a sworn task force officer. It is very common with many of these national organizations, FBI, Homeland Security, for us to have a local agreement. You see within the executive summary what that provides us, access to resources as well as the potential for reimbursement, should that be necessary. Again, this is a necessary step with any federal agency, with any organization within our city. We'd ask that you approve this MOU, allowing the police department to enter into this agreement. Mayor?
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
A resolution approving a memorandum of understanding with the United States Secret Service for the Kingsport Police Department to designate a sworn task force officer with the Secret Service and authorizing the mayor to execute all documents necessary and proper to effectuate the purpose of this resolution.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman Baker, so second.
Second.
Second by Alderman George. Any discussion?
Chris, you mentioned, but this is not in response to anything going on. This is just a typical thing. Is this an agreement for a certain period of time?
I'm not sure that it is. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just
Are we,
ongoing.
is this being renewed or?
No, it's a new agreement.
I think under the, under the agreement, we or the Secret Service have the ability to walk away from that with proper notice.
This is a new agreement.
This is with the Secret Service. This type of agreement is a very common agreement with our agency and federal and state partners. Some of the board members may remember some of these coming before the board at various times. The last one that I remember was with the TBI. We have a task force officer with them as well. The biggest thing that it allows us to do is to have access to software, hardware, their data, and it provides deputization for the sworn task force officer. So there's reimbursement for things like training, travel, overtime. We're partnering with them anyway. This is just the formalization that allows those other pieces to occur.
I had a citizen, the reason I'm asking, I had a citizen today ask me, they had looked at the agenda and said, is this in response to anything that's going on? And Chris told me that it wasn't.
It is not.
This is just a liaison agreement we're doing with the Secret Service.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We do business with them virtually daily. It just formalizes those other processes.
I thought it may have been protection for the mayor, so.
We handle that.
Thank you. Any other discussion, comment? Okay, all in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 7-0. Ms. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution authorizing the purchase of file storage systems from Patterson Pope Incorporated as part of the Justice Center Addition second floor circuit clerk and chancery clerk offices. We brought a similar furniture package to you all a couple of meetings ago. This is for file storage systems being purchased through Patterson Pope. We'd ask that you approve this resolution allowing us to move forward with the purchase, please.
Thank you. Madam Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a purchase order to Patterson Pope Incorporated utilizing Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Agreement number 110923-SPC for file storage systems as part of the Justice Center renovation project.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman George. Any discussion?
I'd like to have this stuff in my house.
It just seems like an archaic way to store records today. There must be laws or something why they have to have so much paper.
Yep.
That's evident.
Okay.
Retention, yeah.
Okay. Any other comment, discussion? Okay. All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 7-0. City Manager.
All right, that concludes the agenda. No items on consent. We move into communications. Make you aware of the 2025 annual report for stormwater management. That is in your packet. Can also be found online. encourage each of you all, as well as our citizens, to take a look at that report and some of the great work that we are doing throughout the city in terms of stormwater management. Mayor, that's all I have.
Thank you. Alderman Baker.
You know, I'll say I think tonight's agenda is a great illustration of city government. City staff can't spend money unless it's appropriated by the BMA. And even like the question about the FTE, that has to be approved by the BMA. I don't think some citizens anyway, don't fully understand that, but very much respect that. So that's all I've got, Mayor.
Thank you. Alderman Phillips.
Just short and sweet tonight. I think October 25th, downtown Halloween event. So that is always a wonderful, wonderful event. So many businesses participate, and so many little kids dressed up running around. So enjoy that, and then Halloween will be the following weekend on Friday night. So be safe, Friday night Halloween. So it'll be a fun night for the police, I'd say. So everybody be careful out there and have a happy Halloween.
I'm riding with them that day.
Oh, man.
That's good.
Yeah, on Halloween.
Alderman Mays.
Thank you, Mayor. I would, yesterday afternoon, this board received a fantastic presentation from our public safety officials, Chief DeBerry and Chief Bellamy, and Sullivan County EMA and EMS. And just really thankful for they put a lot of work into that presentation, and appreciate their efforts. One of the things I would like to, after reflecting upon all that information, and I have a background in that, and I actually learned quite a bit yesterday, so I was really proud. But one of the things I think would be good is in your future planning, Jim Bean, the EMA director, mentioned 2 apps that we use to warn our citizens in Kingsport about a disaster. I've forgotten the names of them. I should know them. It used to be Reverse 911, but it's something else now. HyperReach and the other one. IPAWS, thank you. IPAWS, is that right? And so I think in future planning, if we could have like some periodic campaign or awareness effort to get more citizens in Kingsport registered for those applications, because that is our point of notification for an emergency. Those are the only 2 areas that we have to notify the public, is my understanding from yesterday. So we constantly need to remind people and encourage them to log on to the system and be registered so they can be notified. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you. Alderman Cooper.
I'm good.
Alderman George.
Well, I would like to thank the city manager and the mayor for the wonderful job you guys did with the state of the city. Really well done, great information. Staff booklets were, I know y'all had a lot of input in, but they were very, very good and really good information. And the feedback I got was, people felt really good about the direction of the city. And to tack on to what James said, they're also having a dog costume on Saturday downtown. So I don't know if Katie's going to wear her bumblebee outfit or not, but we may be down there in that. I think last year there were so many kids. It's a lot. I think the city already put out the roads that were going to be closed for the Halloween marathon, and the time frames on that. That's going to be, I think, this Saturday also. So, and I'm glad that he did mention that Halloween is going to be on Halloween, because I don't know how many people call me and ask what date the city is going to be hosting or having Halloween this year. So I'm glad that Alderman Phillips already addressed that it will be Friday night.
Friday night.
And I said, we did have a great presentation also. I mean, what Gary's already mentioned one, but we did have a really good information on the movement of the dental school, which is really informative also. So really glad to have that information. That's all I got.
Thank you. Vice Mayor?
Prescription drug take-back is this Saturday. And so if you got any prescription drugs, I would say, Ryan, appreciate it, instead of flushing it down like some people do. And they'll be set up at DB and at Food City locations on Clinchfield and on Eastman Road and some other locations too. So it goes between 10 and 2. So if you got old prescription drugs, I would suggest it'd be a good time to kind of discard those. Other than that, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Ryan, this is no disrespect to you, But the comments I heard on Saturday, that was Chris did the best job on presenting the state of the city to the citizens. So we're pleased with that, and we're pleased he was able to do that on that night. So thank you for that. On past Friday, we attended the funeral of Michael Neal, very strong individual, strong citizen. The city will definitely, that's a loss to the city, and I'm sure Betty and CG and Mike Jr. will miss him sorely. But also, he was my supervisor once upon a time at Eastman, so great principal of a man in Michael Neal. Tonight, I want to say thank you to Madam Attorney Sarah Falk down the end. You did a marvelous job. She was concerned about being able to read as fast as Bart, but she did a fantastic job, so thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Good job, Mayor. Thank you,
Tell
James.
Bart that she did better.
Yeah, we should.
Always good to see you.
We should definitely.
Thank you.